Right. Oh, something isn't. Click here. Can I click there? Can I don't know what that was. Is that? Something was disabled. I don't know what it was. Anyway. Evening, everybody. Afternoon. Evening. Wherever we are. On the stream. More braiding. So I spent most of my afternoon fixing some of the stitchings. I still have to fix a small part still, but we can continue with the rest of it. And I've also did the boring thing and put Mod Podge on all of the edging so it doesn't fray. So yeah, that was like a boring part of the thing that you have to do when you do stuff. I just don't want to bore you with that on the stream. So the plan for today, whether that's going to work or not, let me get my glasses, is putting the large fringe on and then putting the shoulder part on. I have to make sure I get the right one because left and right, front and back are different, so they're not the same. Because your front and your back is slightly differently shaped. And probably have to start on the other one. And I have a feeling that this braiding, I need to do some hand stitching to put it in place and then go over it with my sewing machine. So I get a little bit of a better result, like a neater result. Because I do think that might be a lot better. But yeah, that's kind of, and then we can start doing some more work on some seams and the other sleeve. So yeah, we're slowly continuing. But yeah, I hope everybody has had a decent half of the week. It's Wednesday, hump day. You know, getting there. I know my stream on Saturday was really short because yeah, we ran out of glue today. Got a new roll of foam, got some glue, and also, as on the chest style before the Sisters of Battle, we need all these little rivets, whatever they are, I don't know. And new in the shop that I buy this foam from, they have half domes, so I bought some, and I think they're the perfect size. But we'll see on Saturday. We'll continue with that. So, what else are we going to do? Oh, I forgot. I ordered some more of this braiding and I left it on my desk because. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know how it is on your side of the wall, but here it's getting colder, so I'm wearing socks, so I'm sliding everywhere. So, I need to put this on something because this is 15 meters. Would you say that? I need to put it on something. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. But yeah, so I've got some more. Because, you know, the skirt is full of it as well. So we can do some more because where's the other bit left? Did I not? God, it's such a mess on my desk. I'm doing so many different crafts now because sewing on a Wednesday, foam crafts on a Saturday now for the Sisters of Battle. And in the meantime, I'm painting my chainsword. So that's, you know, on this desk. Still working on my Funko Pops as well that I do. So it's like all kinds of things are lying around here. Alright, anyways. Try and get my squirrel brain to cooperate. What do we need to do? Let's just do some sewing. And then we can check which side we need to do. So here we go. So this is what we did. I've put in the little 2 things here. They're underneath now so that they're nicely cut off. can probably cut off a little bit. So I had a couple of here. I have to. There's a couple of places where the ruffles have gone underneath, so it's showing underneath. So it's not completely done, but that will do that. In outside of streaming, and then also we have to start looking into going and doing a top stitch so that that's nice and neat. We'll have to steam that all flat. But the next thing we need to put on is these. And I had to check which side is which. There we go. And I need to measure a centimeter and a bit. That's 1.5 centimeters. I was going to say I did put my pins down. Here we go. Yes, right sides together. I have to make sure that all these are a bit flattened so that they're not curling underneath and giving me problems. They need to be on the outside. Okay. Ow. I have to be careful. Right, come on. Spread out a little bit. Okay. About there. And all these little. Is that going about there? Can I move you in a little bit? No, I need one string, not two. There we go. Let's make a knot into that. Right, so ow. Let's put you a little bit that way. I have to put one more in there. Right. Yeah. Right, so let's put this together. Let me cut some of these. Just don't want them to get in the way. Oh, I need to be closer. Right, let's see. Let's see if we can get these done properly. Come on. that way around, not the other way. Thank you very much. Come on. Okay. Okay, let's see. How's that going? Yeah, that's fine. Excellent. Occasionally I have to lift it up, make sure I push them down. So otherwise it's gonna go the wrong way. No, don't skip stitches. Don't do that. Go there. Okay. So making a shorter, it's only a half a centimeter seam. I have to be really careful that I'm not like going over it, and it's like not stitching it together. Here we go. You go straight, flat. There you go. Kind of nerd. Oh. Okay, almost there. Okay, let's see what we did. Okay. Did that go right? Yeah. Okay, no mistakes. Excellent. Now I need to decide. So this line needs to be on the inside because it's on my right hand holding the. Yeah. So it's this way. So this is the front. So I need to make sure that the shoulder piece I use is the one that is on the front. So 1, 2. Not that one, not that one. That's the one. Where's my little... Sure, keep everything together. So I know, oh no, I didn't mark it. Oh, dang it. I know I did on the original, I've marked front and back. Oh, right. That's the front. This is the front. I need to write that down. Okay. So it's not this one that goes there. I'm pretty sure it's this one then. Yes. So you go there. Okay, excellent. Ooh, go on. Right. So you go that away. Now I need to make sure again, because the place I'd assume is 1.5 cm, so I don't want any ruffling where that 1.5 cm is, so it doesn't go into the seam. So we don't want a bulky seam. Okay. Right. Flatten out. Same thing we had there. Come on, go sit properly. Okay. You need to be not that way, you need to be this way, otherwise you're gonna go wrong. Right. I don't know how I'm gonna do this on the inside. It's gonna feel really weird on my arm, isn't it? Might have to just do a full enclosed strip over it so it doesn't. Because this is gonna itch. This feels really weird. We'll have to have a think. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect length. Come on. No, come on. Right, so yeah, that Okay, I'll have to think. I'll have a think. Right, put that on. Alright, let's go. Well, let's go. Because it's not the fastest, but we all seen what happens when I go too fast. I'll make mistakes. So we're going to just go through. Come on. That way. That way! Right. Alright, come on. Go. Dun, dun. Ooh, come on. Go through. There we go. Be good. After Saturday, I need a little bit of things going better. Yoink. How's it going? That looks pretty good so far. Right, it's almost at the end so that we can have a check. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Right, let's see. Ooh, pin in the pin box, otherwise the cat will get it. Did I do that correctly? Yeah! Excellent. Alright. So we have a sleeve. Now it looks weird, especially this, but when you look at the image, JR, good evening. We have an arm. So if you look at this, I'm pointing with my mouse and you can't see that, but if you look at the arm there, it has that two lines going around and this weird ruffle just after the elbow and then after just before the shoulder, and that's in principle what I am imitating with this. Now this will be pressed flat and then top stitched, and I think that will pretty much make that look the same. So now what we've just realized while we're doing this, feeling the top of this, because all these edges have Mod Podge on it, it's quite hard. So it's not nice, going to be nice against the skin, it's going to rub. So I'm going to have to look, since I'm going to have a top stitch, so this is going to go flat down, I think I need to do a little sort of a bias tape around it. So go this way, over and over the other way, and then it gets stitched in. So that it's covered and it doesn't hurt my arm. I think that's one of the things we need to do. let's make you smaller again. There you go. So yeah. So once I've done that, and then I do the top stitching, we can go wee, fold it over, and turn it into a sleeve. I'm gonna have to do the edging. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. The way it's come together, because in principle it's going to be like, ooh, quink. That's the sleeve. I quite like that. So yeah. So next is the left sleeve, because I think unless we've got time in the end, I can go and see how I can cover that. But I did put my iron ready, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Kinda looks right. Whee! Now comes the hard part. That one. So got the lines. So this is my left arm, so it's that arm, so, and I need to move over where the lines were, weren't they? Because yeah, they're different, so we have to make some markings. I'm wondering, because if this is this way, then that one should be that way, right? Yes, that's right. That's where I made the markings. Okay, no, I'm fine. Where's my box of? I need to throw those ones away. I have to check. Okay. Right, first of all I need to measure this again, so that's 3 centimeters. Oh, that's got a bit of a wobble in it. 3 and 4. Okay. Alright, and I need 1.5 centimeters from there is the edge. And we need the middle again. .25, so 12.5. That's the middle. And now we need to make the lines. So one here. One there. And then we need to make them on the other side as well. Is that correct? Chunk, chunk. 1, 2, okay. There. And there. Okay. That's 1. 2. Oh, getting there. Easy part. That nice. Right. Put you aside. And we have to still make a decision whether I'm going to put any stash braiding on the back of the shirt. Right. Yoink. Ooh. Go. Go there. Want you in the middle. Okay. Let's... So straight lines is not a problem. We know that now. All right. That's 1. Oh, and I need to make sure, because do I not have a shortish brush? No, let's make a shortish brush. That's better. I need to make sure the edges don't fray, so I need to put a dab of Mod Podge on, otherwise Stitching has no use because it will just fray away. Okay. Welcome, Psycho 6. Shortest song ever. I always doubt that I'm on the line, and every time I lift it up, I am on the line, so... Right. There we go. Right, so question is, should I leave the 2 on the end as last so I can hide this point? Or is it like, eh? Hi, Sasbrog. It's 2 things really that gives me my speed. One is the complicated maneuver that I have to do. For instance, when I sew this little fringe. Can you see that? So this is a ribbed, this kind of, you know, a ruffled bit. To put that on the area here, I have to go slower. Because the faster you go, the more chance you are in making mistakes. When I'm just putting this on, a straight line, I have a guideline, I can just go a little bit faster. And then it's just also experience. I think speed is not dependent on the material. It's more a bit dependent on your own experience and the complication of what you're sewing. So when I'm sewing a shoulder seam, I go a lot slower. When I sew a straight seam, I go a little bit faster. When I make something that I've done many a time, so before COVID, I actually had a small business creating clothing out of lycra, so hot pants, shorts, crop tops, booty shorts, leotards, all that sort of stuff. Because I've been doing that for over 10 years, when I sew lycra, I go hyperspeed. Because I've been sewing those patterns over and over again, so I know them by heart, so there's no problem with it. And I've been doing it for a very long time. You will find me here saying many a times, I can't sew straight. Anything that's not stretchy and straight, I have a problem with. I would say, yeah, just start. And literally, because even I keep scraps. Because I practice on things like, how am I going to do this scene? Now, I've been sewing for a long time, and that's because my mum taught me how to sew. Now, normally, on anything you do, you have lining. But I don't want to put lining in this because it's wool, so it's going to be warm. So I'm doing my seams a little different. And again, I had to test how I want to do it because this material I don't work with wool normally, so it's new to me. So I had to, for myself as well, even though I'm an experienced sewer, I had to figure out again what I want to do, how to do it, and then I go slow. So for that, speed is not so much of a problem. What you do have to look at when you're sewing with different materials is what kind. She wouldn't. I don't believe in gatekeeping education. So what is important, depending on fabric, depending on what you're sewing, is the settings. I kind of gonna say when I was younger, we didn't have a lot of money, so a lot of my clothing were hand-me-downs from other cousins and stuff like that, and so they had to be amended. Or if I needed t-shirts, it was sometimes, if I wanted something cute, I'd buy fabric and copy a t-shirts, and my mom would help me with that. So of course that's a smaller age difference than that. But the settings on your sewing machine are far more important than the speed. Speed is more with experience. Like if you know what you're doing and you do something that you've done before, then you can go faster. But if you're doing something that you're unfamiliar with or fabric you're unfamiliar with, you just slow down. Now, I like the sewing machine I've got. It's a very basic beginner one. It's a brother anniversary Innovis 10. It's bare bones beginner's one. It's not as low as the ones you can buy in Lidl and Aldi, but it's a low, not low level, but it's a cheaper machine. I have another machine. That's my mom's. She sadly passed away 2 years ago, so I kind of I'll take her machine because it's a quilting machine. So it's far more complicated, and it's one of the reasons I've not used it yet, because it's like, God help me, how do we do that? So on this one, for the speed, I have a little slider here that tells me how fast it goes. So I can go all the way slow or all the way fast. I've never passed these two. I've never passed the middle, even when I'm sewing something that I'm familiar with. The other thing that's important when you're sewing different fabrics is the tension, and that's just trying it out. It depends, per machine is different. When you're sewing thin fabric, you're using a lower tension than if you have to do a thick one. And then you have all the serious amount of stitches. There's only two that you have to remember, really. Oh, thank you for the follow. Straight stitch, you can use on almost everything. That's not stretch. That's the most important thing. If you have a stretch fabric, jersey, lycra, anything with a stretch, anything that's a knit, you need to use a zigzag stitch, because the zigzag stitch will move with the stretch. Now this one can also overlock, which is completely different, but it puts two seams together and puts a really nice area around it. But those two are the only two things you have to remember. Non-stretch, straight stitch. Stretch, zigzag. Exactly. Yeah, that's the second thing. So, and also for leather, you can do leather through here. So you have universals, and you've got different thicknesses. So the thinner the fabric, the thinner the needle. These are just good for anything. Then you have stretch needles, and they're slightly differently shaped. Oh, other way around. I know it's mirrored because my camera is mirrored. And they're slightly different shaped and slightly, the point is slightly different shaped. And there's, I don't use ball points or jersey needles. I use stretch on everything that's stretch. And then I also have leather needles for when I work with leather. But I would say that when you want to start, if you have a sewing machine and you want to start something, grab two pieces of fabric, put them together, like the seams together, and sew a seam straight, pull it apart, and check. See how you're done. It's very important to just keep a steady pace. Speed's not important. Steady pace, steady distance, no pulling. And that's kind of how you start. And get something that may be a simple construction. So skirts are simple. There's a couple of things that you can do. Like if you see a pattern and it says easy, they're generally easy to do. And it's just literally just practice. Like with everything. Everything's practice. If you don't do it, you're not learning. I think they're here. Yes, they are. Okay. So these are the leather gloves I made. And yes, I made them on the sewing machine. This is the most complicated thing I've ever done. And everybody that's here, that's been here for a while, like JR, know how much I struggled with these. About almost more than 18 months ago, I started on gloves. And I stopped because I could not get them through my head how to do them. Because they're gusseted, so they have those pieces on the inside between the hands. But, again, practice. And I have a pair of inset gusseted gloves. This is my proudest achievement. This is high difficulty. Some people may not agree with me, but are they perfect? Absolutely not. So there's no lining on this side. There's only lining on this side. And this side, the seam is still ugly because this is the only way I could do it. And I'm going to put some bias tape around it so the seam is hidden. So it's just the way I did it. Other people will do it differently. Because it's because of these little metal balls. It's a pain. So, I mean, this is the jacket, the bodice for the jacket or the shirt. Still don't know whether to call it a jacket or a shirt. It's going to have buttons and stuff like that. See, that's how the seams look. It's difficult because it's black on black and my camera does not like it. And what I do with the seam at the moment is I fold it double. And then fold it double again. And then top stitch it. So it will be hidden like this. Even the camera can't pick up. So that's you can see like the seams are just... But you know what another thing is? If you have an item of clothing or just go to a thrift shop and buy something that you like the look of. I wouldn't start with a jacket, but like shirts, cotton shirts. Take it home. Where's my... Get a seam ripper and take it apart. The seam allowance is depending on what I'm making. So bodice, I have 1.5 centimeters. But on these sleeves, when I put these things in, these ruffled things, I have 0.5 centimeter. If you use a pattern, if you use a commercial pattern, it will tell you what seam allowance to use. Normally the seam allowance is between 1 centimeter and 1.5 centimeters. And that's if you're in Imperial something 3/8. 3/8 of an inch usually I think they use. I don't know. I'm not good with Imperials, but yeah. But usually most of the places use 1.5 centimeters to 1 centimeter. But when I make my own patterns, I usually use 1 centimeter. Just less waste. This is amended from an existing pattern. Because my body is not the same. Yeah. I know I do get a lot of Canadians, Americans in my stream, so I know there's other options, but I prefer to use centimeters because it's just so much more accurate. So I'm debating whether to put these on or whether to put that one on first. Let's put these on. So yeah. And if you have very fraying fabrics, then it's a great tip to use Mod Podge or Fray Stop. I use Mod Podge because simply that's what I have. Well, yeah, I know. It's just, you know, I'm from Europe. So yeah, I'm just... It's what makes me laugh. If you're in England or, you know, United Kingdom, everything uses kilometers, but they still say miles per gallon. So Mod Podge is glue, sealant, and a finish in principle. So it does a lot of things. So I use it for other projects. Like I have. This is a base for a Funko Pop that I'm going to make, and I'm going to put water slide decals on it, and I put 3 layers of Mod Podge on, so that it smooths it out. So my water slide decals look good on it. So yeah, I use it for a lot of things. It's like it's kind of, I'm going to put like gold foiling on the edges, so I'm just going to put Mod Podge on and then put the gold foiling around it. So it's glue, sealant, makes a finish. So if you paint something, you can go over it and it protects it. So it's all kinds. It's like you can use it for anything. Oh, because I have old eyes, I need glasses to sew. Let's put it the right way around. But yeah, this braiding is, well, as it says, it's braided and it just unravels in like crazy. So I need to put a dab on. But it's worth, if you want to, I think it's worth getting a seam ripper and taking things apart to see how it's constructed so that you can put it back together. And I think that usually helps a lot in learning how to do things and how things go together. But yeah, this is a wool mix and it frays like a crazy. So I just dab a little bit of that on the edges, and as a result it doesn't fray, and then my seams are a little bit neater. Again, that's just one of those things that's just you get as experience while you're doing shit. And also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I make mistakes. Henrik! You've had food. I only had some ramen, that's so I was, you know, bit of a boring food, but, you know, I had no time. How's you today? That's not the straightest, but it will do. Also, an ad will start in 20 seconds, so if you get an ad, I apologize. We'll be back after. Not that I can stop. I can't stop those. Well, I can run no ads. I mean, sure. But I like to earn those cents. Those $3 cents I get per stream. Well, I've been gluing all the edges. That's what I've been doing. That's why I didn't come playing. Oh, and my new glue and foam arrived, so for Saturday we hopefully cooking on gas. We can continue. Oh, come on, go on. I almost glued my finger to the fabric. That's no good. I feel like this is too close together. I'll have to check in a once we're done and compare it. There we go. Alright. No, I didn't need to go all the way to the end. Oh, God damn it. Oh well, never mind. Let's put some here. I think everybody's back. If you didn't get an ad, you're lucky. Otherwise, yeah. It's Twitch, what can I say? Right, let's make sure that that actually is similar to the other one. Oh god. Yep, that's fine. Now, you have to try and recreate the other one. So right. Ah. Where's my... I need a ruler. And somewhere is... Oh, there. A box. With crayons. Here we go. Right. First things first. Measure how tall is this. $11 and a half. And 11 and a half, about there. So there. Somewhere around there. Right, so god damn it, this is going to be a freaking pain. So that's 4 centimeters. So that's the first section. Is that not equal then? Gosh. Gosh darn it. No, it is about equal. Yes. So there and there. And that's 4.5. Oh god. About seriously? Is that distance? No, 5. Okay. Okay, about there. And you are how wide? 3.5-ish. Somewhere there. And then that's 3.5, 7. Something like that. Now comes the part of trying to recreate the other side. Let's go for twins and not perfect ones. I need to take that one down as well, don't I? Yes. So from the top, how many? 2 centimeters. So about there. 2 centimeters that way. I think Okay, so we go that direction, then that direction, and then to the top. Something like that, and then there. Okay, I think I've copied it. Of course, we need the going about 2 centimeters out. So if I put a 1 here and then go one there, something like that. Question is, I think I need to do some of this and hand stitched it because we've had some issues before. Because this is really difficult to do with the machine, and then we can always stitch it with the machine to be more secure, because we all know my hand stitching is it's not great, let's just say it that way. Okay, let's make sure that that doesn't unravel. Come on. Now I need to find a needle. Not my leather needle. This is a round. No, that's the wrong one. Ow. That's the one. Okay. Right. Why am I looking over my glasses when I need my glasses to do the small shit? Here you go. No! Come on. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just making a knot. I'm pretty blind sometimes, so I always have to like look very closely. So let's... If I had a better camera, I'd be great, but sadly enough, my camera is just a cheap Logitech. Ow. So I'm just gonna hand baste this. I just double it up a couple of times. Depends. This fabric is quite, because it's wool, I need a bigger knot. Normally I do it double because this is just basting, I don't want it. Normally I baste with my machine. But this is very, like, complicated Two-touch braiding is not for the weak. That's one of those things, for sure. Can I? Okay. Now I need to try and follow the lines. Stop command at the ready. So two-touch braiding is a pretty advanced technique and very new for myself as well. So I had to learn. Yeah. So I absolutely hate hand stitching. So for me, I use it if I have to, do something like this where I have to put it together. So this is what I've done. So this is the 3mm cable, and I've put it through my sewing machine, but it gets complicated around here. So if I put it down first and then go over it, I can probably stitch it a lot neater. But this is very new for me as well. I've done some practicing but I just double it up. If the knot's too small, like you just saw the first time I put it through, I pulled it all the way through, and then just like, yeah, need a bigger knot. But then, like I say, I will remove it because I will be sewing over it. So now we're going that way. So the problem is it needs to go higher, shouldn't it? Goes there, and then you go there. I did this with the gloves as well. There's areas that are so painful to sew that I just went, let's put very rough stitches in, and then, oh fuck. Or you do what I do now and then, like, go the wrong way around. Yeah, I need to go underneath. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first part until this little ruffle. Thank you, Virus Defender, to saying that there's no viruses found. Excellent. So normally sleeves come in one piece, but because of what I'm doing for the cosplay, it's like slightly different. Ow. No, go through the middle. God, this is cross-stitching all over the plane. Okay, and I need a smaller stitch there. And I need you to go... This is what the Victorians did. Yeah. But I've simplified it because it would otherwise be too complicated, because this is the problem. When artists create an image, they do not think about fabric, seems what's physically possible. So sometimes they create something that is just not possible to create. And you just have to do whatever looks right. So on this image, so you got the little detailing on the top, then the 2 lines, and you can see that how the lines run is not logical for sewing. And then you've got like the band just above the elbow and then the band near the shoulder, and that's kind of what I'm imitating here. And then you've got the 2 lines that are running on the wrist. On the wrist here. So is it going to be a perfect copy? No. Is it going to be perfect like how it should be? No, probably not either. But it's as close as I can get it based upon like real life. And also, like, I don't know what the back looks like. I have an idea because there's a miniature for Trench Crusade, but the miniature is not as detailed as of course the images that he created. So it's just an estimation. Sometimes a cosplay doesn't have to be perfectly the same because it just simply isn't possible. Some game companies give you beautiful cosplay guides. They show you the front, they show you the back, they show you the detailing. Great. This is a concept image. Yeah. Yeah, and some cosplay competition, like if you're, for instance, CD Projekt Red, a company here in Poland, they give really good detailed guide. Well, guide, yeah. Because some of the characters they make guides for cosplay because they know that it's good for their character to have cosplayers because they know that helps it with the knowledge of the game or of the getting the word out for the game. This is not going the right way. Yeah, absolutely. And smart marketing. I mean, for me, it just is this image. So my other cosplay is Warhammer. It's the Sisters of Battle, and I absolutely love Warhammer. Not necessarily Games Workshop, but I do love Warhammer. And one of the YouTubers that I watch that talks about Warhammer and other board games was talking about Trench Crusade, and this image for the artillery which came up, and I was like, I need to do that. Am I already doing a complicated cosplay? Yes. So why am I doing this to myself? I have absolutely no idea. But this is going to be a pain. Ow. Because even hand stitching it is a pain. Yeah, so it's kind of based upon how I saw the miniature. So there's a miniature out there for this character. Because this is a board game just like Warhammer. Oh, fuck's sake. And so I have a little bit of an idea how they made the back look compared to the front. So I have a little bit of an idea of what similarities the back and the front have. And this is going to become a pain. No, this is not working. Okay. I've got myself entangled. So I'm basing my back half on the front. So the front has like on the corners a particular design, and the back has got, in the miniature, it's got a split, like it's, you know, it's damaged. So I am gonna base it upon that as well. But yeah, that's just my interpretation. I mean, the shirt I'm making, there's another cosplayer that's doing the artillery witch in conjunction with Trench Crusade, and she makes a dress. Now I don't want to make a dress. In my opinion, from my research, the board game is set in World War One. The imagery that they're using, especially with this soutage braiding, is very Victorian. And in those times, they didn't really wear dresses. They wore what we call separates, so top, skirt. So that's my reasoning for making a top and a skirt. I think you can't even see really the top, so why am I making it as detailed as I am? Is because that's me. As like, for my Sisters of Battle, I made a full habit based upon like their battlements. So I made a habit like dress. Yeah, and I think as well, like if I want to remake one part, then I only have to remake either the top or the skirt. So I don't have to do a whole dress. And I think fitting wise, top and skirt is easier as well than a dress, especially since I am not a standard size. So I kind of liked, that was my reasoning behind it. Like, if you look up the Artillery Witch by Mike Francino, who's the artist that created this, on his art station, and you look up close, the chest armor that he's got on her, I was like, that is too detailed for him to have drawn that. He used a reference image within his art. So he put the reference image on and then drew over it, or used it with, Photoshop or whatever they use these days. So I went searching. If it's on the internet, I will find it. And I actually found, when I searched for a Victorian ornate chest armor, I actually found the exact armor that he used for this reference, for this artwork. It's in one of the New York Met Museum. So I went to their website and got all the high resolution images from their website. So I know now that what he did was he used that, put it in the middle, and then put all his own effects on it. And then used the same parts from the back chest armor to put on the helmet. Because it's repeated. So that's kind of how I work doing this. Sisters of Battle, there's loads of images, front, back, sideways for it, so that's not a problem. But this was quite unique in the fact that it's only like this concept image and then a miniature. The miniature has heels. I'm not going to wear heels. I'm wearing it's a wedge, but I'm not going to wear heels. And also you can't see really what kind of shoes she's got on, but I could see some of the bottom, and from that I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make knee-high lace-up boots from that image, because in Victorian times they weren't knee-high, but they were booties. They didn't really wear shoes unless they were slippers. No, what I will be doing is just making a fabric sleeve to go over an existing shoe base. So I'm not making the whole shoe. I bought a pair of very comfy shoes because I have wide feet, so it's a fucking pain. That are slightly wedge based, and what I'll do is I'm gonna make the top part and then just glue it at the bottom. So, yeah, I'm not going to make shoes. I'm not a cobbler. Yeah, I'm not doing this for a cosplay competition, so... Right. There might be an ad again, so just a warning. I need to get that time in the Starry House. Come on. Gosh. Can I make you go around? This might take longer than just sewing it, but... And this is another thing. I mean, a lot of my cosplays, Halloween costumes, were customized thrifted clothing. Especially my Halloween stuff, because I usually destroyed it. So I need to go up. No, why are you stuck? God damn it. There you go. I'm hoping just that when I go over this with my sewing. Yes! Pockets! God damn it, we want pockets! Ah, come on. Go down that way. I wonder if they're too small. Oh, no, they're not too small. Ah! Yeah, don't. I think it kind of does. Yeah, it will flatten when I do the sewing machine. You go that way, and then you go that way, and then I can poke you there? Can I kind of do that? Go flat. Why did I decide on this fucking intricacy? And I know the skirt's going to be even worse to do this. Oh, come on, lie down. I want you to be there, and then I can stick my needle there. Yes. So yeah, one of the things, so there's a large chance that I will be alone when I wear cosplays, because, well, I'm single. And so for this cosplay, because of the fact that the helmet gives me very little view, and I need to be able to at least carry my phone with me and a wallet. What you won't see is in the back. So I'm going to put one pocket in the skirt, because of planning to do. I need a remote control in my pocket to control the lights in the bomb and potentially the smoke machine. I'm gonna make something in that sits on the back because it's underneath the cape, so nobody sees it. A pocket where I can have my phone and wallet and all kinds of important documents that I don't want to put in my anywhere else. So why is this, what's this, what's happening here? Why is there a ruffle here? God damn it. No, it's unraveled there. Okay. So I need you to go down and up. Yeah, so so those of you who are in my channel for a while, I like to complicate shit for myself because I just don't know how not to. So so I've been painting my chainsword for my Sisters of Battle cosplay. So you see the silver is getting there, and the first layers of red are going on. The teeth are not in yet, but once the red is done, we'll put the teeth in. So that's the other side. So in this, so this part, there's magnets here and here. We have painted this yet there, and I can move this out. This is from my Warhammer Sisters of Battle cosplay. So I do two big cosplays at the moment. So this is the Sisters of my Sisters of Battle. And inside here is a soundboard. And there will be a battery, because at the moment the battery's on the side. There's two speakers where this is. And in the handle there's two buttons. If I can find them. Well, and there's one, and there's another one. So this actually has sound. So when I press one of the buttons, it will have the stationary sound of a chainsword, and the other button is the cutting sound. Oh yeah, there is a So this is this is a big. You can see it in front of my face. A big sword. Warhammer 40k is a very again, it's futuristic. I only stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays because I do work full time and I do a lot of other shit besides that. And I also have my YouTube channel got over 100 videos because I literally dump my recorded streams on my YouTube. I don't edit them because, well, I removed the first 2 minutes of starting. The very first thing I made out of foam is this. This is a bolt pistol from the same universe. It still needs to be painted more because, as you can see, some of it's painted, some of it's not painted. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty rough. My chainsword's not perfect either. There's gonna be a moment where you just have to accept that it's not gonna be perfect. Yeah, that's the sound. Unless you have a CNC machine, laser cutter, and all the tools, 3D tools and stuff like that, it's always going to be handcrafted. I have to fight my own perfectional brain for it. Say, no, this is good enough. So yeah. I totally get that. And I put my glasses on because I'm old and my eyes are terrible and I need reading glasses. If I go over that, then I can't see it. Ah. Ow. Almost stopped myself. So yeah, that's one of those things. I do like to complicate shit for myself. Like, why the fuck am I doing this braiding? I could make it plain and not do anything on it. But no, my brain wants to do this. So yeah, I'm doing this. But I think the hand stitching is helping, hopefully, when I go put this through the machine. I just have to check the time. Okay. And we go here, and then we go that way. Another person who's very crafty and does cosplay occasionally. She hasn't done it in a bit, I think. A crafty jellyfish is also a good person to watch when she starts doing cosplay again, because she does do sewing, but she does a lot of cross stitching and embroidery as well. Not cross stitching, embroidery and drawing. She's a really good artist. But she does. I don't know if she starts doing cosplay soon again, but oh, that one didn't work. All right, no, this is looking a little bit better. Whether I can do that while I'm putting my sewing machine over it, I don't know. Because my hand sewing is never perfect, so that's why I don't do this normally. Alright. Go flat, thank you. You go there, thank you. Ow, that's my fingers. Go, come on. Come on. Damn, running out of thread. Come on. Okay, and now I need to go that way. Come on. Now I need to remember, I need to go down first. Okay. Okay. But I need to curl it that way. Hang on. Need to move. I need to put this on some sort of thing because it's going to become a knot otherwise. You go that way. Okay. I may have to get some more thread because this is becoming too short. Yoink. Go on. There we go. So you go. Somewhere there. Okay, so at least it's a lot faster than I did last time. Ah! There. Are you stuck? Okay. I might have to do another knot because I want to remove it anyway, so it's not important. It doesn't have to be super secure, but enough that it doesn't unravel. Through that loop and then back over through. Come on. Through that one? Is it that one? I think so. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Is it a knot? It's a knot. It works. Alright. See, another way you can do a knot in the beginning is similar to when you make the end knot. So you literally can go where you need to go, grab a bit of fabric, don't need that much, go through, go to the end. Now for me, this is going to be temporary, so I don't have to, you know, doesn't have to be super secure. But you can just make a double knot with the two ends. Then it's done as well. You don't have to worry about like wrapping around your finger. Right, so to try and make them equal, I did put this here, so it gives me an idea to how low it needs to go. How low you go? About there. Okay. Missed. Okay, there. Alright. Now, this one needs to go that way around. Oh, that's why I didn't need to put it in yet. God damn it. Because it needs to curl underneath. Alright. So this one it needs to go that way around. So I just thought about it, like I used to do it sometimes that way when I did when I do basting, but it does work. So this one needs to go that way and then that way, but this one needs to go underneath. Why does my brain not compute? That way. That way. Yes, that way. This way. Damn it. Got it. Okay. Okay. Yoink. No, that's not right. Yeah, it is. God, my eyesight. It's just why not compare it to that one? So it goes. God damn it. That's on the outside, going to the inside. That way. And then it goes out and in. Yes. Just have to make sure it's the same. You go there. Okay. Yeah, it's... Oh, fuck. What am I doing here? And officially, because it's 2 times braiding, you go in one road. It should actually be the opposite, but my brain doesn't like it, so... Sometimes you have to work with what visually your brain says that's better. Go that way. That's the way. And it needs to be this way around. Yeah, come on. I think you need to be... Ow. Yeah, exactly. Because it's officially not done that way, but it's just the way my brain decides that I like it that way better, so... Sometimes you have to work with what your brain does. Right. And then I need you to go that way. Yes, thank you. And it's too big now. And it needs to go... It's a figure 8, so that way. Yes. I don't know why I decided to put these complicated circles in, but... And then you go that way. And I think go that way, that way, that way. I can cut you off there. Give you a little bit extra. So it's easier to manipulate. So you go that way. Because this one then needs to go underneath that one. Oh, it needs to go underneath, of course, yes. Yes. That way, and then... Yes, yes, yes. This is so annoying to do. This is really like... And then you have to imagine I have to do the skirts. And I need to go that way. That way, and then go underneath. That way. Right. I think we've got kind of the idea. This is... I need something to put this... Oh, that might work. That might work. And I put the end in here. Yay, that will work. Let's clean this, because it's becoming entangled. Right. So the other side I did without basting. I had to unpick so many times. So that's why I'm pre hand sawing it and then putting the machine on it. I didn't even measure this. That's in there. Let's hope that they gave me 15 meters. Ah. All right. Okay, another ad starts in about 30, because you get ads every half an hour. So if you get some, again, I apologize. It's not like I make millions of dollars on that. Right. They're about finger sized, aren't they? Yes. So, okay. You need to go that way around. Oh, can I? You need to go that way. And then this one needs to be right. About finger sized. Yes, yes. Can I put you there? Stab a needle in it. There you go. Can I go in there? Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. No, that might be a bit too. Ah! Can you please go that way? God. I think I just need to prepare. Sorry, I need to pick up that pin because my cat seems to love getting pins. If I can find it. God damn it. I will have to find it. That's kind of why I don't cut it until, you know, I know I'm at the end. So if I find that I'm not enough, I will not. So I will try and measure it out first. But yeah, I would probably try and find the closest seam. That's what I mean. It's like that's 15 meters and I'm not cutting into it. Okay. Try and make you go that way. Go that way. Right. Oh god, this is going to be another one of those, isn't it? Come on. Eh. Okay, so we're getting to the end here now. Not sure how much this is going to help, but we will see. Come on, get on. Go down and I need you to go so that you all line up in the middle and then I can cut you through there. Come on. Missed. There it is. Ah, one of my nails. It's annoying. Got a little cut in it and it keeps getting stuck in places. Okay. Not sure how this is gonna go, but we're gonna try. Right, about there, I think. Let's cut that off. Ah. Right, make sure I put that one in there. Right. Well, moment of truth. Will this help or will this be a problem? We will find out. Go through number 6. Damn it. Come on. I should have enough bobbins. Okay. Oh. How are you going to slow it down? Slow it down, make it bouncy, etc., etc. Nobody will know what I'm talking about unless you're into K-pop. So. Right. Can I go tiny? No, let's not go faster. Ah, splitting my nails and dying. Okay, first circle. This is going to be a pain. Alright, so far so good, I think. And not until I'm done with these little toy foils can I check whether it actually looks okay. Then again, I have now learned to give up on trying to make this perfect because I don't think it's possible. Ah. Oh god, this is gonna be a pain. Now, stay upright. I think some trifles are circular and some trifles are oval. We will have a look in a minute. Okay. Yeah, I can see already that. Not sure what I'm gonna do about it. I think for now I'm just gonna leave it and let it be, and it just it's not going to be perfect. If I can make it a little bit better than mediocre, that'd be nice. But it's not too bad looking. Oh, gone one too far. Or maybe I just have to really precisely hand stitch this, but I really don't want to do that because then its costume's gonna take years. Okay, I need to change where this is. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. I just have to push my finger so that makes it a bit more round. What the hell? What's this? Felt like a random French commercial. That was weird. Ah. Ow. God damn it. This is... Oh god, I should have remembered and looked at the name and remembered that this is a fucking Rebel songs. I want you to be less oval, a little bit more circular. Can I have that? Okay. Can I get you to lie flat and not on the side? Come on, if you go in the circle, it's better than... Come on. Go that way. And then flat. Thank you. No, 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 you're still not doing it. You're stuck there somewhere, isn't it? Right, time to take it out. I mean... it's that one is a bit... This bottom one is a bit, eh? And that one is a bit oval, but... Right. Oh, you nailed. You're doing my head in. Keeps catching the fabric. Right. I mean... I think the basting stitch is problematic and that's why it's causing issues. I just have to be extremely careful that I don't nick the fabric and make a hole because it's wool and it's problematic when you do that. That reminds me actually, Cyborg, if you're still here, there's another channel I recommend you following because he's actually a tailor and went to school to do sewing. So there might be things that he'll be able to explain a lot better than I do because I'm self-taught. Oh, the channel name changed. Give me a sec. Starry Side. Damn it. I just remember Starry always because if I search then that's what comes up. If it types keyboard today, Starry Side Trinkets. Oh, yeah, I know how I can do it actually. Far better. Doesn't that work? No. Oh yeah, that just work. There. Perfect channel to follow. I haven't been on Twitch in so long. I literally, outside of actually streaming, I'm hardly on Twitch at the moment because I am so busy in other things. But yeah, they actually have they went to school to do this, so. Don't tell me that it's just falling apart now. Don't ravel! Don't do it. Don't do it. Cool. They're also in Europe, so they might not be the most good times for you when they're streaming, but I keep forgetting that I have this shout out thing. Come on, I just want the thread. Can I just a tad, and then I can push you down. Just one more. Oh, it's falling apart. So why? I really need to know a better way of doing this. God. And I push you just that way. That makes sense? Does that work? Right, hopefully this will go right now. I think for these curves, some of the stitching is helpful and some of the stitching is not helpful. The basting. Sometimes it's pulling it the wrong direction. Can you move a bit more that away? Yes, no, maybe. That's terrible. All right. I need to go. This is curved the wrong way around. Can I get you to move this way around, please? So that you sit. This way? No, I need you to go this way. Oh. No, I need you to fold the other side. This side is fine. The other side, that's the wrong side. Ah. this is why I shouldn't have pre-based it, because this is where you actually curve and then it goes around. Oh, I might have got it. No. Yeah, this is not going to look the way I want it. I just want to finish it now. Oh, maybe. Actually, it turned. No, it didn't. It's getting into a tizzy here. This is fucked up. Oh, I need to... need to turn my brain off sometimes, but it's not the way I want it to be. So I might have to, I might outside of streaming take it apart and redo it, but actually I used glue, didn't I, on the other one? That might have been a better option. Alright, not happy with this, but for now it's just one of those things. So I am going to not think about that and probably do this off stream because it will require a lot of like this work. You won't be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I will have to think how I'm gonna. I mean, it's no. I'm gonna take it apart probably and redo that. I mean, the form is fine. It's these that I really don't like. So let's turn my brain off and do something else. Because it annoys the hell out of me. Oh yeah, no, so here it's 9:30 at night. So in about half an hour I have to stop because I do have to get up at 7:30 in the morning to go. I work from home as well. But yeah, I do require to stop. I have a max. I start at 7 p.m. my time, which was 2.5 hours ago. And then I finish at 10 with like in half an hour. Yeah. So that's your... Central, yeah. I was going to think it's mount the middle bit. It's 5, 6, 7 usually. So yeah, I'm usually reasonably up. Oh, JR. Move this up that way. Right, should be back. I mean, I must say, the best thing that came out of COVID is working from home. Saves me an hour and a half travelling to and work and about 2 hours back because, you know, trains. Oh, come here. Yeah, if you don't have Amazon Prime, then you don't get a sub. I have one, but I can't subscribe to myself. I should really subscribe to someone else and just use that, but yeah. JR always does that. In case. People, not everybody knows about this, so that's why. Yeah, I forgot to cancel my Prime and I got renewed and I hardly ever buy for anything from Amazon. Right. Let's try putting that on. Because it soon gets to the end of the stream. Oh, it can go a little faster now. Are we going? Yep. Come on, don't go fold on the inside because then I have to redo it like I had on the other side. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to go back to a sewing machine with a foot control, because there's no way I could hold my feet as steady to get the same control. There we go. Now, has this gone on properly? No, there's a couple of that I need to redo. Okay. Yep. I will do that because I haven't done. That's the top. Yeah, that one. I haven't. So I'll do that quickly and then we'll probably end the stream. Get some glue. So, recap. We got some done, but I want to probably redo the little. Well, we'll recap in a bit, but yeah, there's some things I need to do. So next week I probably have redone the little trefoils, the little tree circles, because they're a freaking pain. And probably we'll have to go and do the inside one and then finish the sleeves. Depends how much time I'm going to have. I'm going to be away the first week of October. I might be able to stream on the 1st, but I definitely won't be able to stream on the Saturday the 4th because I'll be in Amsterdam, and I won't be able to stream on the 8th because I don't know when I'm going to be back. I might be back on the 8th, I might be back on the... It totally depends. Because I'm going to go visit family, and I'm an antisocial person. Oh, thank you, JR. Aw. No more ads for you, Cyborg. Well, at least for the next month. But thank you for the sub. The gift sub. So, but yeah, I'll be in Amsterdam for a little bit. Well, Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And one day I'll be in Amsterdam for an event, and after that I'll be back. But I'll be by car because I need to pick up some things. Of course, I have to buy a shitload of licorice because, you know. I'm Dutch after all. And I'm going to meet some friends potentially. Some people have contacted me saying, hey, when you come to the Netherlands, come visit. Some of them I've not seen for a long time. So I mean, I left the Netherlands in 2000, so I haven't... I was just thinking, somebody asked me, how long have you been since you've been back to Amsterdam? And I was raised in Amsterdam, so I'm born and raised in Amsterdam. And I was thinking, I was like, I can't actually even remember. So I moved to Poland in 2017. So definitely haven't visited Amsterdam since then. I don't think I've visited... Because my parents moved to Sweden 2015. So I've definitely been more than 10 years. Definitely been more than 10 years since I've been back to Amsterdam. So I'm going to have a wander around and do all the nostalgia and go like, oh, this has changed. Because, you know, what else do you do? So... Go to the event on Saturday. I have to check with my aunt actually if I can actually spend the time with her. Auntie, can I have a sleeping space on Saturday and maybe Sunday? And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do on Monday. I don't know yet. Because I assume my friends are working Monday to Friday, so I'll have to check. But yeah. So If I stream on the 1st of October, it's because I actually have everything packed and ready. Doubtful. We all know me. Yeah, definitely don't stream 4th. No stream on the 8th, and then I should be back again. No weird shit happening, hopefully. Because, like I said, I'm taking my car, so it's a 2-day drive. I'll drive about 8 hours and get to Hanover, and then from there I'll just drive to Amsterdam, and that's about 4 or 5 hours. Depending on traffic, as always. I have no idea how Germany is at the moment, because I know they're doing controls again, so which is always funny. Because I live in Poland, I have a Polish driving license, I have a Polish car, but a Dutch passport, of course. Getting there. And this will have to dry. That's why I'm doing it now. So tomorrow, probably when I'm working, I might just go and sip it on the sewing machine. I mean, there's 2 sleeves. Once you see me do one, then, you know, the other is the same. Right. Nope, that's too much. Alright. One more side. Right. Last corner. Yoink. There we go. Let that dry, because it will go invisible. Because you can see now, you can see the little line. Maybe. Camera, can you show the line? No? Well, a little bit. But that will disappear because it dries clear. Right. Doink. Remind myself to pick up the pin that's on the floor. So, right, let's go here. Let's go pause that, because that was just slightly a bit mental. Anyways. Right, so we've done quite a bit of work. Like I said, I want to probably redo the little trefoils because they're a little bit skewed. I need to find a better way of doing that. But, you know, we're getting somewhere. You have one sleeve together. I mean, I'm quite proud of that. Like, it looks okay. Is it perfect? No. But I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the back, so I can cover this so that doesn't itch my arms. So that's all for next week. We've got some stuff to do. Not a problem. Sorry, cleaning up in the meantime. So next stream will be Saturday again. A little bit earlier. I'll be starting at 4 p.m. Central European time because it's Saturday and I play video games on Saturday evening, so I have to finish earlier. And this to continue, and that's foam work. I'll be building the chest armor for my Sisters of Battle. And then next week on the Wednesday, when I stream at 7 o'clock my time, Central European time, I will be continuing with this. I may have done some, it depends how busy it is at work, if I can sneak in some sewing time. My laptop is there, my sewing machine is here. Yeah, we can sneak some work in. So that's what we'll be doing. So yes, so let's have a look if we can raid someone. Anybody that I follow. Oh, D-Kitty's playing Helldivers. I know some people that play Helldivers. No, she's not sewing, but she normally sews. Dang, cosplay. Becky from Going Ape Cosplay, she's not. So let's see if there's anybody else. Can we at least have English? That's French, that's German. That's French. Well, there's a lot of people streaming, just no sewing, no cosplay. At least not in English. Because if I can't find anybody to raid, I might just quit. Just stop. Because I can't be just raiding into Becky all the freaking time. I mean, we can, but... Oh, that's French. Oh, it's September Day. I've seen lots of people with Subaton. That's the word. It's like, what? September. There, somebody said it. Yeah. I don't think this. Oh, that's 3D making. Okay, never mind. Okay, right, that's it. Where? Let me check. Hang on. Not the place where turtles live. You mean Michelangelo and all them? They're not streaming? Male seamstress is usually tailor. But yeah. I didn't see any. Anyway, it's probably easier for me to just not raid so that I can just not have to be social. I know that sounds terrible. Because it's always like polite to stay there for a little bit, and I'm like, Anyway, so yeah, I am going to just end the stream. I am tired. Battery low. Anyways, so have a good day, or Starbucks is in the US. For those of you in the US where it's daytime, have a good day. If for those of you who are in the Oceania, the Australia continent, it's very early morning. And the rest of you, have a good evening. I will see you next Saturday, or I will see you next week. But thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you very much for lurking around, because I see you lurking. And I will see